sun. Don't look back, the road is long. The first days of the war gone. Take back, it's almost gone. The time.
Growing up, we thought we could do or be anything. How many of you all thought you were going to be a firefighter?
Okay. Where are my teachers at? Let me hear ya.
What about taking it out of this world and being an astronaut?
Okay, here's another one for you. Who wanted to be up on a stage, behind a microphone, belting it out like T Swift after a breakup?
Come on now, I know that I was not the only one who dreamed of growing up to be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
What we wanted to be when we grew up may have changed over the years.
And sometimes it's time to hang up the Superman cape, retire the Lego set, and put away those ballet slippers.
Whether it's our personality, career, or goals, life is filled with change.
But yet so many people resist it, fight it, and pretend like it doesn't exist.
But if we're going to be truly successful, authentic leaders who take charge of our own happiness, we need to learn how to stop fighting and start embracing change. That's when we discover our true selves.
When I was a little kid, I was a gymnast. I had this outfit that was red with white stripes. And I had these blue knee-high socks with white stars. You could say I was representing America before it was cool to say it. And this gymnast was going to the Olympics. Let me tell you what, I could not wait to feel the weight of that gold medal being placed over my head and to hear that Star-Spangled Banner while everyone chanted, USA. Say it with me now, come on. USA, USA, USA.
So, in first grade, my nicknames were Lancelot, Lancer, and Girly Boy. You see, I was picked on for carrying around a Winnie the Pooh backpack that was red. Okay, let me say it one more time. Red. But Matt said it was pink, so guess who got stuck with the nickname Girly Boy? This guy. I mean, it wasn't black and blue, it wasn't white and gold like that dress. It was red. Okay, now a hop, skip, and a jump to middle school. My nicknames were, Pansy, Lancer Pants, and, wait for it, the Beast. Actually, looking back, middle school was kind of an awkward phase for Manager Andrew Fowler. The nicknames kind of speak for themselves. Okay, so my last year, my senior year of high school, my nicknames were Lancifer, Hufflepuffkins, and Muffin. Man, looking back actually, I kind of wish with my last few months of high school had in store for me then.
So, competitive gymnastics was my life for 2 years. Yeah, I mastered the events, and you could say my dreams of Olympic gold were starting to take shape. Unfortunately, they were probably made out of Play-Doh back then, but this kid was still dreaming. But on the real though, as I mastered my events, my real awards and medals started racking up. But as I got taller and a heck of a lot larger, my flexibility could not stack up to that queen of the individual all-around event, Gabby Douglas. But then, suddenly everything changed. You see, I wasn't as good or nimble as I used to be, and there was sure as heck no way I was ever going to compete in the Olympics. I'm not that interested in gymnastics anymore. So, what's next for me?
Okay, so let me take a step back. I grew up in a small town with 3 traffic lights, 2 restaurants, and a McDonald's. I know, small town, right? Looking back, I definitely have to say I wasn't living in a different world. Actually, no, I kind of was actually living in a different world than all my friends and classmates. I didn't want to stick out, especially with less than 300 kids in my school. So I went with the flow of things. I felt like everyone in St. Louis played 2 sports, even though I myself am not the next Tom Daley or Usain Bolt. I mean, I went with everyone to the football and basketball games, even though I myself would rather go to a friend's house, play some board games, and watch some good old Netflix. Because of where I came from, it felt like there was so many limitations, especially with the way I thought, the way I viewed the world, even the way I expressed myself. But then, my first year of college came, and I can guarantee you, everything changed. I made friends that were okay with the real Lance, and not the guy I was pretending to be in high school. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was terrified of my first year of college. I mean, think about it, this new place, these new people, this fresh start, but it was the best thing that could ever happen to me. Because in college, I had 2 options. Option 1, be the small town Lance I thought I had to be, or option 2, embrace the change and let go of the old Lance and grow into a new, more authentic person. Now don't get me wrong, no. My personalities and quirks did not change one single bit. And for those of you wondering, yes, I did get to keep some of my friends from high school, but I also learned more about the world, explored who I really was and what I believed in, and made memories that will last a lifetime. You see, people have expectations for us, and they will always have them. And because of that, we create boundaries to stop us from evolving into the people we're supposed to be.
So, when I realized I wasn't going to cut it as a gymnast per se, I decided to focus on school and found that homework, books, and teachers weren't really all that bad. I found a new passion, math. Time out. I know what you're thinking. Only nerds love numbers. But in high school, this nerd wanted to be a math teacher. Now, I don't know about you all, but when I envision a math teacher, I see this nerdy old man with his pants pulled up way too high, big old glasses, and rocking a comb over. Like a cross between Mr. Fredrickson from the movie Up and Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Minus the obnoxious knocking. Yeah, when I first started out, math came easy to me. But then there was that one day that I walked into my geometry class, and I saw that problem on the board. I stared at that problem for what seemed like the entire class period. I had it explained to me countless times, but I just couldn't get it. I wanted to be a math teacher, yet I could not understand basic geometry. How would this work? How would I answer my students' questions? Maybe math isn't for me after all.
Unfortunately, change is inevitable. Our lives are constantly under construction. We're always improving, always getting better. Whether it's what we wanted to be when we grew up, the nicknames people called us, and the career we decide for our future. Life is filled with change. And we have a couple of options. We could stick our head in the sand, deny it's going to happen, holding on to the past and what we know, or we could embrace the change. When we embrace change, we stop letting life pass us by and take control and charge of our own happiness, fulfillment, and future. Change happens of every moment, of every day, everywhere. And if we are going to live fully, we must learn how to honor and embrace change. Even when change comes with uncertainty, fear, and companions.
Changing isn't always bad. It's a normal part of life. Whether it's a small change, like deciding to pick up that freshman neighbor on our way to school, deciding to study the night before the big test instead of just the class period before, or maybe it's taking that chance to talk to that person that sits behind us in our English class. Or maybe we change in a really big way, like refusing to talk about people behind their back, taking on a part-time job while still in school, or applying to a college that is far from home. Change opens that door to a future we could have never imagined.
Acceptance is key. Now, no, it's not easy to accept certain things like leaving a small community and heading off to college, or possibly trying that sport we have never played before, but always wanted to. Some changes are easy to accept, while others take time to adapt to. However, it takes a lot of courage to accept change. We're always changing, and that's okay. I mean, think about it. We're a different person than we were a year ago, correct? Yeah, see, if we embrace and adapt to positive change, we actually have the option to be wiser, nicer, braver, to listen more, to be more positive, to be more helpful, to be the person we want to be. We're always changing, always improving, always becoming a better us.
I changed from being this little type gymnast to a math teacher, and now I'm a suit and tie marketing kind of guy.
I changed the way I viewed myself and stopped letting others decide who I was going to be.
Change takes place around all of us at all points in our lives.
Our lives are always under construction. Plans are not concrete.
We all know change is simply inevitable.
But how we change is up to us.
So Michigan FFA,
Embrace the change.
Lance Andrew Fowler, Muffin, Mr. High Maintenance, Lancey Lance. We give you all these nicknames because you have so many creative ways of adding to this team. You add through your love, through your constant aspirations, and through pushing us to do better and better, because nothing can compare to the best. Lance, I cannot thank you enough for all that you've done for each and every one of us. We love you. Michigan FFA, your Region 3 Vice President, Lance Andrew Sassy Pants Fowler.
Okay. You bring so much to our team. Whether it's seriousness when we need it, or jokes when we're going through a rough time, you bring so much, and your impact will always be felt. The people out in this crowd will always remember you as the guy being as creative as you are. You're going to be so successful, and we look forward to wherever you may go. You'll always be in that blue jacket. Michigan FFA, our State Secretary, Ken VandenBout III.